Welcome back to the Section 8 Facts YouTube channel. Today we're diving into portability under the Housing Choice Voucher program, what it really means, what you need to know, and how it might affect you if you're considering moving with your voucher. Let's break it down. Portability means your rental assistance isn't stuck in one place, it moves with you. If you have a Housing Choice Voucher, you can use that voucher in many parts of the country, not just with the housing authority that originally issued it. You can move with continued assistance to any other housing authority in the U.S. that runs a voucher program. That's powerful, but, and this is important, just because you can move doesn't mean everything stays the same. New places often have different rules, amounts, and standards. So here are the key facts you've got to understand before you make a move. First, each housing authority has its own rules, its own regulations, its own deadlines. If you're moving to a new area and transferring your voucher, you'll need to follow that new authority's rules. Miss a deadline, that could hurt your chances of keeping the assistance. Think of it like changing schools. Every school has its own calendar, its own requirements, and you've got to keep up with them if you want to stay enrolled. Second, fair market rent limits, or what's called payment standards, may differ. What you were paying, or what the subsidy covered, in one city might be very different in the next. A two-bedroom that fit comfortably under the limits in one county might be out of reach in another. That can affect how much of the rent you need to cover out of pocket. Third, the utility allowance can change too. That means what you pay for utilities, or how much the housing authority estimates you'll pay, can change, and that affects your share of the total cost. If you were used to having most utilities covered before, you might find yourself responsible for more in a new area or the other way around. Fourth, subsidy standards vary. That means how many bedrooms you're considered eligible for, based on your family size or household composition, may shift with the new authority. A family of 4 might qualify for a 3-bedroom in one place, but only a 2-bedroom in another, depending on local policies. Fifth, when you move, the new housing authority will re-verify your income. If your income has changed, it could impact how much assistance you receive. For example, if you recently started a new job with higher pay, your portion of the rent might increase once you transfer. Sixth, they might also re-verify your household composition, how many people live with you, and run a recent criminal background check. That's standard procedure in many places, so it's something you need to be ready for. Seventh, if you're new to the Section 8 program and haven't received assistance before, you'll have to meet the income eligibility limits in the area you're moving to. So, even if you qualified before, you might not qualify in a different region with higher income thresholds. Now, if you're finding this breakdown useful so far, take a second and hit that like button and share this video with a friend or family member who could benefit. It really helps us spread the word and keeps valuable information like this reaching the people who need it most. Putting this all together, portability is a big benefit, but moving with a voucher is not always seamless. You'll want to double-check the rules of the housing authority where you want to move. See what their payment standards and utility allowances are. Make sure you understand how many bedrooms you're eligible for under their subsidy standards. Be ready to show proof of your income, family composition, and background. Confirm whether the income eligibility in that new area allows you in. If you do all of that, portability can open up more housing options, maybe in safer neighborhoods, places with stronger schools, or areas with better job opportunities. But skip those steps, and you could run into delays, unexpected costs, or even the risk of losing assistance. So remember, portability gives you the freedom to take your voucher where life takes you, but with that freedom comes responsibility. Learn the rules, stay organized, and plan ahead. If this info makes a difference for you, hit that like button, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe so you don't miss more Section 8 tips. Drop a comment if you've moved with your voucher, what worked, what didn't, because your story could help somebody else figure this out. Thanks for watching.